Hi everyone. So let's continue to discuss on JUnit 5 conditional test execution. And in this lecture we will discuss about the operating system conditions. So friends, what are operating system conditions? So here a test can be enabled or disabled on a particular operating system via these two annotations, which are @enabled on OS and @disabled on OS. So friends, JUnit provides us a way to enable or disable a test on a particular operating system. It provides us two annotations, @enabled on OS and @disabled on OS. So these annotations are part of org.junit.jupyter.api.condition package. So friends, if you want to enable any test case, let's say on Windows operating system, then on that particular test case we can provide this annotation, and that test case will be executed only on Windows operating system. And similarly, let's say if you want to disable a particular test case on Linux or Mac, then we can simply provide this annotation on the top of our @test, and we can simply provide the values, say Linux or Mac. So that particular test case will be disabled or simply skipped when we will execute the test case on Linux or Mac operating system. So friends, here whenever we use these annotations, both these annotations has a mandatory attribute by name value. So this attribute takes in an array where we provide the name of the operating system on which we want to enable or disable the test. So some of the usages of @enabled on OS and @disabled on OS annotations are: we can simply use, let's say @enabled on OS, pass a value, say os.mac. So what this will do, this will simply enable a test on Mac operating system, and when we will execute this test on some different operating system, those tests will be simply skipped. And similarly, let's say if we provide @disabled on OS and we provide a value as os.windows, so that particular test will be disabled on Windows operating system, and for other operating system that test case will simply be executed. So friends, let's go to Eclipse and see the demonstration of @enabled on OS annotation and @disabled on OS annotation.